The Little Things, starring Denzel Washington, Rami Malek, and Jared Leto. Um, I enjoyed it. I really did. I really enjoyed this movie. To say that this kicked off HBO Max and Warner Brothers for 2021, as this movie should have been in the movies, which it is in the movies, and simultaneously on HBO Max, so people can watch it who don't have movies open in your city or your town. So you're available and able to watch the movies that Warner Brothers put out. So I want to say I give this a 8.5, 9 out of 10. I'll say 9 out of 10 because this kept my intrigue the entire movie. I haven't had a movie like that in a while that kept my full intrigue because you never know what was going to happen, who was doing what. Although it laid out the characters in a good way, where Denzel is a disgraced private investigator or a disgraced detective, and he gets demoted to where he's just a regular policeman in Kern County. And as the movie progresses, you get to see why he's just a regular policeman in Kern County. And that was something I was kind of like looking at the whole time. I'm like, is he the killer, or it's what's going on? So you got to see why and how he becomes how he is now, kind of more surly, more rough around the edges type of guy, just kind of by himself, lonesome, but still likes to get the job done. So he has a kind of like a as a policeman, you got to go pick up evidence and stuff, drop off evidence in LA since it's over the grapevine. So he's tasked to go down there. And when he gets down there to the LA police station, you see that he knows everybody. The sergeants, the captain, he knows everybody. And now you're kind of like, you're telling yourself, I'm like, man, they must know how he is, how this guy is or whatever. And then later on, it shows you he used to work and be in LA. And that's what I'm telling myself. I'm like, oh, wow. So you have that, and then you have a serial killer on the loose killing young women in the most brutal ways and fashions. And then you have Rami Malek, who is the new hotshot detective, on the case. Hey, look, I am trying to nab this guy. And behind closed doors, it's his captain jumping down on him like, hey, look, man, we've been trying to catch this guy for a while, and you're coming up with no leads, nothing that can lead us to the right direction. So you may have to call the FBI in. And he's kind of like, no, I can do this. I can do this job. I know I can. And you get that run-in with Denzel's character, and they finally kind of like, hey, do you want to, since you're here, do you want to look into what, I'm trying to find him? Like, he may have this guy, he has something to do with looking for this guy because he was trying to look for him way back when. And so it turns out they're both on the case, and then they're identifying suspects, and then you get to run into Jared Leto's character, which is he fits the bill of the suspect of how they have a psychological profile on the guy, and he does, and Jared Leto plays the part to a T. Like, this dude's weird. This dude is like outsmarting everyone. It's kind of like, yeah, this dude he has weird tendencies. You see, Denzel's following the guy, like, hey, I'm gonna tell him all day. He's dropping our food to prostitutes, and he's going to the gentleman's club by himself and takes the bus, although he has a car. So it's a lot of weird things going on with him. Like, man, yeah, this guy definitely has to be the serial killer because this dude does weird things all day long. And one of the leads that Denzel goes to this man's cleaning shop where he works. So that's why I'm telling myself, I'm like, yeah, he has to be the guy. So basically the movie shifts into Rami Malek and Denzel just around Jared Leto. Like, this guy has to be, they brought him in, interrogated him, and really was on him. And getting to the third act of the film, and you're getting to the most heightened part of the movie, and you're trying to figure out if he really did it or not. And I'm telling myself that's where it drops off for me. Like, it just makes me feel like, damn, like, I don't feel satisfied. When it gets to the end and the conclusion, I did not feel satisfied. Like, I'm telling myself, I'm like, damn, really? You could have had like another 20, 30 minutes to flesh this all the way out. And it just ended abruptly. Like, I'm not gonna spoil the end of it, but it just at that part, it's kind of like, oh, okay, yeah, you did all of this for this? And it's like, now I feel empty. Now I'm feeling like, okay, this guy, it has to be it. So, when Denzel goes to the guy's place and finds like a little secret stash, you're telling yourself, oh yeah, they must have really found the guy. And even at the late end, it's like, wait, what? What? Now I'm confused. So it just left me empty. Then the movie goes off. You see the end credits, and I'm just telling myself, I'm like, I don't know what to think, and that's why I said, I'm like, it was good until you had me until this. You know what I'm saying? You had me on edge, you had me in suspense until this. So that's why I'm telling myself, I'm like, I'm not sure if that's how it's supposed to be, or because of COVID, they had to cut it short, or because it's on HBO Max, it left a lot of stuff out on the cutting room floor. That type of deal. I'm not sure. But it's good to say the least. It's good to say that I miss watching a theatrical movie, although we had Wonder Woman and Soul last month in December, but I miss having that suspense theatrical movie because I haven't had that in a while, and this provided for me. So that's why I'm happy that we had something like this, and just for HBO Max to rev up their year, I feel like they're going to have a really good year. Watch those stocks. So, if you guys enjoyed my review of The Little Things, subscribe to my channel, post a comment down below. Let me know if you guys felt the same, that you guys felt empty after watching it. But all in all, it's still a good movie. Let me know. Comment below. So, it's your boy, D. Dyson. Peace.